Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the St Lawrence Ground in Canterbury for this Vitality Blast double-header. My name's Liam. I'm here with Cameron. How are we, Cameron?
Wonderful, Liam. It's an absolutely glorious day here in Canterbury. I'm really excited. Feels like the summer's truly started when we get back here at the home of Kent Cricket for the summer. So yeah, very, very excited for today.
You'll be seeing on the live stream players from Faversham Cricket Club who are forming the Guard of Honour for this women's match between Kent Women and Sussex Sharks Women. We'd like to thank Cluberly for their support of our live stream for both the women's and men's Vitality Blast this summer. So Sussex have won the toss and they have elected to bat first, so it'll be Megan Belt's team chasing later on.
Yes, and of course, they hope to right a few wrongs from a few days ago. What a better chance here in front of their home support.
Let's just run you through the two teams then. Kent line up as follows. Coco Streets will open again with Amy Gordon. Kelly Castle's in at 3, then Elsa Barnfather, Maddie Blinkhorn-Jones with the gloves. Holly Young and Laura Bailey comes into the team today with Zena Bilal, Isabella James, Sydney Gorham and skipper Megan Belt. And then the Sussex Sharks lineup is Izzy Collis, Molly Adams, Phoebe Wilkinson, Shishtri Patil, Bella Johnson, Kiara Green, Faye Mullins, Eve O'Neill, Anna Lewis, Darcy Clark and Kellyanne Doherty.
For those who maybe haven't caught up so much with the women's season so far, can you give us a bit of a rundown? Of course, they've had one game in the Blast, and that was on Friday, another doubleheader. But they've also been going pretty well in the One Day Cup.
Yeah, so disappointing result at Lords last time out. It was also the first time that Kent Women had ever played at Lords as well. And I think I also found out that it's only the third time that Middlesex women have played at Lords as well in the Blast. So a bit of a historic day for both sides. But Kent have gone well in the One Day Cup so far this year. Coco Streets has hit 2 centuries after hitting a career best 78 in the first game. So it's fair to say she's in a bit of nick at the minute.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see her go about her business later on. Hopefully that form, from the touch longer form of the game, can translate. And look, it's a blank slate, of course, as we kind of referenced. Didn't go too well on Friday. But I think it's good that they're bowling first. Hopefully take a few early poles and get straight into this game.
Umpires for day are Mel Juniper and I'm not too sure who the other umpire is.
And the Sussex Sharks batters.
But in come the opening pair for Sussex Sharks, Izzy Collis and Molly Adams, as Old Town Road is blared out at the St Lawrence Ground. I think, Cameron, we said it last year, you could pretty much call this the San Lorenzo today as well, couldn't you, with the sunshine and the heat?
No place you'd rather be. I've already applied the sun cream, tried to learn from last year. It's going to be a long day. And thankfully the sun hasn't actually entered our comms box yet, but when it does, it will be blinding.
Yeah, we do need a name for our tent, I think. But as you say, we are in the shade currently, but as the day will progress, I am sure we will be in the sun later on for the men's game.
Some very red faces by the end of this. But yes, like we say, the Sussex batters taken to the crease now. And actually, I'd say, yeah, okay, of course Kent didn't go too well on Friday. But Sussex equally, their first game, they lost it also. And their batting performance wasn't really one to write home about. Molly Adams, who is also keeper, she's coming out to bat. Now, I don't think she'll be taking the first ball, but she got 50. But other than that, I think 8 players didn't get past 5 for Sussex. So there'll be some no-abs there as well. Get them in early, put them under pressure. Good opportunity if you can.
Interesting as well that Kent have only made 1 change to that side that lost at Lords, so I think there'll be a fair few points to prove today as well.
Absolutely, and starting this off, it's become quite stalwart for Kent Boone. It's Sane Gordon. In fact, kind of Darty on spin. She went well. So I think she went got 2 for 28 with her 4 overs at Lords.
She also bowled in the power play at Lords as well, so this is definitely a tactic that the horses are looking to use. So we are underway for the 2026 Vitality Blast at the St Lawrence ground.
And after all that build-up, just tapped away for no run. Nice steady start.
Worth mentioning that it is absolutely scorching and it is still 10:30 in the morning, isn't it? So I think it's near 30 degrees already.
Dragged down a touch, but once again, fielded nicely this time mid-wicket. Interesting to them on the replay practicing a cut shot for that one, but hey ho, 2 dots to start. Oh, bit of a leaning edge there. Good start this from Gordon, nice and tight, exactly how the Kent women wanted to start this game.
Yeah, no gimmies yet. I don't want to put a curse on, but it's a strong start from Amy Gordon with a off spin.
Dragged down a touch, this one is running away, and Liam, yes, you have put the mockers on.
Hopefully that's the only one we're doing today.
The chances are unlikely of that. Also that, yeah, not a good one from Gordon there, wide down the leg side. Good chase from the short fine leg, but in vain in the end. First runs on the board, not off the bat. Right back on it. Good reply.
Worth mentioning as well, we've mentioned the heat and the sun, there's also no wind. Those flags on top of the Frank Willie stand are not moving at all.
Oh, it's gone for it, straight up in the air. Oh, unfortunate there. The mid-off fielder not judging the flight of the ball, getting right underneath it. Opportunity missed already there for Kent.
Yeah, I think Isabella James sort of lost that in the air a little bit and could have taken a step back, but it's unlucky that one. It was in the air for a long time, but I think the haze in the sky is making the sky not as blue as possible, so maybe there's a bit of losing it in the air.
We just mentioned there's no wind to blame.
No, that is true.
First ball there to Adams, who, as I say, spinning some touch also in the one-day cup for Sussex. That's the end of the first. Very steady start. Could have taken a wicket in there. Sussex are 6 for none.
Yeah, 6 without loss after the first over, so not a horrendous start for the horses. And Amy Gordon has opened up Kent Women's Bowling account in the Vitality Blast here at the St Lawrence ground this summer. If you're watching this on the live stream, please do have a look at how sunny it is here today, and you can still get your tickets for this match as well. And also we have Kent Spitfires against Sussex Sharks later on at 3:30. That's 1 ticket for 2 matches. So if you're looking at these live pictures and you're thinking, wow, that looks like a good day out, trust me, it will be. You can still get your tickets online at tickets.kentcricket.co.uk, and you can catch the end of this match and then also the Kent Spitfires against the Sussex Sharks in the War of the Wealds. So it's Sydney Gorham in then from the pavilion end, and she's in, and that's cut away into the leg side. The chance of a run out here, and it was close. I think that's Elsa Barnfather.
Good backing up there.
Yeah, really good field in there from Kent. I think a few people have said that maybe Kent women haven't been as sharp in the field as they could have been this season. But that's a good sign there. Good backing up, like you said, Cameron, and a lot of energy in the field. A lot of encouragement. Laura Bailey's just in front of us, cheering Sydney on as she comes in again from the pavilion end. She's in and bowls and just misses the outside edge. Maddie Blinkhorn-Jones does well there to keep it. And that's another dot ball.
I must say I really like this opening pair, Gordon and Gorham. Bit of a tongue twister for us, but they have been very steady all season.
Yeah, you really have to keep an eye on the scoreboard when it's Gordon and Gorham at both ends. But she's at the top of her run-up. Here she is, in again, and that's hit nicely, but there is a fielder on the sweep. Zina Bilal does the fielding, and they'll come through for a single. So that's Adams off the mark, 1 off 3, and Sussex Sharks move up to 8 without loss.
Good confident shot there from Adams. Timed nicely, but well set field.
Yeah, it's pretty much a standard power play field, isn't it? But then you've got to bowl to that field, haven't you? In comes Gorham again then. And that's slightly fuller, and it could be a mis-stumping there. Or a miscatch from Blinkhorn-Jones. She doesn't look happy with herself there at all. So it's a half chance for Kent.
No edge, giving us buys.
I think Blinkhorn-Jones was quite upset with herself that she didn't reel that in. You can hear the encouragement on the live stream as Gorham comes in again and bowls. That's a lovely drive, but doesn't quite get all of it. And there will be no run. Ground filling up nicely, Cameron. A few people coming in for this women's match. I think last year we set a new record crowd for a Kent Women T20 match at Canterbury. So hopefully by the second innings we'll be close to, if not beating, that crowd of over 1,000 that was here last year. I think it was against Middlesex, wasn't it, the doubleheader that was here last year. And this year we have 2 doubleheaders. So if you're watching today and can't make it today, there is a doubleheader during Canterbury Cricket Week where Kent Women will face Northampton Steelbacks before the men take on Hampshire Hawks. As Gorham comes in again. And again, it sort of wafts at that one, does Adams, but doesn't get anything on it. So the end of the over, Sussex Sharks are 9 without loss.
Yeah, as you say, I really enjoy these doubleheaders, especially the earlier games. It's a really lovely family feel. You look across lots of families here, lots of kids streaming through.
There's 2 people there enjoying themselves on the live stream.
And a lot of umbrellas out here today.
Yes, so you are allowed to bring umbrellas. You can also bring your own chairs in for Vitality Blast matches. So please do, if you are watching this match with an eye to coming down later, please do keep hydrated when you're here at the ground. There's free water refill stations around the ground and free tap water at all bars. We want you to enjoy yourself, but not too much.
Gorham again. Have a good start. Well, that's a bit indecisive there with her footwork. Good length that.
She's using the slope here as well as an off spinner.
Crunched. Yeah, 1 bounce 4. Good shot that from Collis. Got down on 1 leg. Smashed that over mid-wicket's head. First boundary of the day off the bat for Sussex. That takes him to 13 without loss.
Yeah, lovely looking shot that from Collis. And I think Sussex now, they've seen how the pitch is playing at both ends, and I think now they're going to start trying to get those runs on the board.
The response. A bit quicker through the air, no run. Yeah, I think obviously they've seen Gordon now for an over and a half. From what we can tell here, it doesn't look like there's much turn on offer. Yep, gone for the similar shot, this time not in the air. Tremendous bit of fielding there at mid-wicket.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Elsa Barnfather with the fielding there, and I mentioned earlier that Kent will have been working on their fielding after the start to the season. That's a good example of the work that's been put in as well.
Yeah, push through. Almost a bit of indecision there. Oh, that could have been comical. But thankfully no extras there, no buzzers. And Sussex get through for a quick single.
Yeah, I think the headlines were written, weren't there, for the diving run out. And I think there's just too much effort put in there. Good to see though, good intent.
Nicely played, straight out to Bilal. No run. Another steady over that for Kent. I know there was the boundary in there, but 14 for none after 3. You take that?
Yeah, run rate 4.7, so no one's really got a stranglehold on the game yet, but Kent will be happy with this start. Collis, the one with the run so far, 7 off 12, and Adams has 1 from 6. It looks like they're going to continue with Sydney Gorham from the pavilion end, as the Frank Woolley stand is filling up nicely for a women's match. Worth mentioning as well, if you are coming down later on, that lower part there that you can see on your screen is unreserved. So if you have a general admission ticket, you can go in that lower part of the Frank Woolley stand at no extra charge, and it's going to be nice and shaded all day. But here's Gorham coming in again, and that's a lovely bit of innovation. Doesn't quite get all of it though. And Blinkhorn-Jones tidies up.
That's a great shout about Frank Woolley stand. I could be running around there later when the, when the sun pops round here.
Well, you have the delights of Dave Fulton with you later on for the men's match, so
true.
you might see me over there later on. But here's Gorham then for the second ball of this over. She comes in. That's hit nicely, but Bilal is there on the sweep again, and she will tidy that up nicely, throws it back in to the wicket keeper, and there'll just be one from it. Quite a difficult angle that we're at, isn't it? I know you've done this last year. This is my first time from this position, and it is quite hard to see what's going on.
Especially when they're bowling from Acton Road end, and the ball goes out to the long off boundary, and you're trying to peer around the gazebo.
In comes Gorham again then. And that just goes outside the edge.
Really tidy this from Gorham. Bowling this one side of the wicket, really important during the power play when you've only got 2 fielders out.
Yeah, she's not bowling it full, is she? But she's getting a lot out of the bounce up, sort of to the rib cage level of the batter. Making it harder to hit, cramping her up. There's a good start from Gorham. And she comes in again. And that one is in the air, but again, it goes straight out to Zina Bilal on the sweep. And they'll only get a single for it, so good start this from Kent in the power play.
And you can see on the live stream she's getting a little bit of movement out of the hand away from the right-handed batters. Again, aiding her to bowl outside off stump. Really good tidy start this.
Yeah, I think from a Sussex perspective now, you want to see a boundary or two in the next couple of overs just to get them going a little bit. But Gorham's in again. That's up in the air, but it drops just short of the fielder and it goes past her. I think that's the skipper. Oh no, it's Kelly Castle. But then backed up. We said earlier, Cameron, good backing up again. Didn't reach the boundary.
And it's really important to keep the energy up on such a hot day like this. I know from own experience, if you don't get an early one, heads drop a little bit. This is good so far from Kent.
Gorham comes in. Cut away by Collis, but then only get a single again. Bilal does the fielding yet again on that offside. So end of the over, Sussex Sharks are 19 without loss. Going at 4.8 in this power play. They've got 2 overs left of the power play. What would you be thinking now if you were Sussex Sharks, Cameron?
Well, I'd be thinking that they've set a platform and they do need to try and take target last 2 power play overs. They got away with the first chance in that opening over, and I do think one of these ladies has to try and get a bit of a move on here. That was another boundary-less over.
Zina Bilal.
So they're going to change it up here now. Zina Bilal's going to come on, another seamer. She's also in the Surrey Academy, so highly thought of.
And she's been in the game so far, hasn't she? Had that one chance to go up
Yes.
to her, and then she's had a lot of work to do on that bit of a boundary.
A bit like a goalkeeper in football, isn't it? She's had an early touch of the ball.
Yeah.
Now she's got that confidence to start bowling.
Crunching shot. Once again, well set field. I almost missed that because I was distracted by the 2 ice creams. My first 2 ice creams of the day that I've seen go past.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the members here at Kent just before you came on here, and he was flabbergasted. There are 3 ice cream vans here today.
Be sold out.
I think we'll need all 3 of them.
Just for the comms box. Shorter, yeah, that one looked wide from here. Got away with that one somewhat, actually.
Yes, there's one of the ice cream vans, look. On the southern bank, and that's part of a new food offering that we're doing here at the Vitality Blast this summer. It's our food village, together with Together and Sodexo Live. So there's loads of different food options this summer at T20s. Not
Not wide this time, but short again. Again, I'd say with this field set, she's rather got away with that. Bilal just needs to tighten it up a touch, back up the spell of the other two openers. However, still only gone for 2 runs so far.
Yeah, good carry as well from the seamers.
Yeah. Yes. Doesn't get away with this one. Again, touch short and wide, cut away nicely by Adams. Despite a good effort out, cover boundary. Wasn't able to reel it back in. 4 runs.
Yeah, Coco Streets has to go and fetch that one from the advertising boards. It was a good shot from Adams. She moves on to 6 from 10. And Sussex is setting a little bit of a platform here to build upon.
Yeah, as we said before, you felt they'd have to get a bit of wriggle on these last 2 overs of the power play. Now just needs to tighten up, get back on that off peg. Short, crunched out, way in front of cover again, and this one will run away to the boundary. 2 in a row for Adams. Again, too much room on offer, but this was quite a shot.
Yeah, the replay showing now, look.
Oh, she used her feet as well, and crunched it way in front of cover. Lovely shot.
Yeah, you'd be proud of that one if you hit that one for your club, wouldn't you?
I'd just like to hit a run. Good response, this time from Bilal, perfect. That's the line and length.
Still lots of encouragement in the field. I think it's quite even at the moment. Sussex moved up the run rate slightly, and they're now at 6s, so that's where you want to be in a T20.
Lovely crunching drive. They take on the arm and just about get in. But good cricket there, decent delivery, lovely shot out, and a good bit of fielding there from mid-off. And that's it, 30 for 9 after 5. As you say, going at 6s here, Sussex Sharks. I think for no wicket loss, would you be happy to be in the Sussex camp?
Well, I think both sides can be a little bit pleased about how they've started. Kent haven't really bowled too many bad deliveries, and Sussex have sort of kept up with it a little bit. They're going at 6s, like I've said, so they've got a good start here to build from.
I feel like this is a big over.
Yeah, absolutely. I think get out of the power play with these fielding restrictions with a decent score, and you can move it up a few gears.
Also looks like a bit of a change of field here.
Yeah, Megan Belt's marshalling the troops around. And looks like it's going to be Holly Young coming on.
But excited to see her. So she went well at Lords. 3 overs for just 17.
Yeah, she picked up this off-season after impressing actually in the Sussex Women's Premier League. Got some runs and some wickets, so James Hockley brought her on board as part of the Kent Women's squad for the 2026 season. She's in with her off-spin. And Adams just hits that away into the onside for no run. Still a steady stream of people coming in to the Sir Lawrence grounds. Good to see. There's Young's in again, bowling, and tried to drive that away, did Adam. Didn't get all of it. Laura Bailey does well in the field there. Tumbling stop and throws it into the keeper's end.
I think we're going to beat the 1,000 and put it out there.
That's a bold call.
I think so.
Yeah, the stands all look quite busy already, don't they?
Yeah.
Just a chat between Young and Kelly Castle. Vastly experienced player, Kelly Castle, Essex captain for many years, one of their first professional players. She's here at Kent this summer. As Young comes in again, cut away, and again Laura Bailey does the fielding. There might be a shot at the stumps. Half-hearted appeal.
I think the chance is more at the bowler's end, to be honest.
Yeah, potentially. Potentially Bailey sent it to the wrong end there.
Yeah, the stands are certainly filling up, I think, in anticipation for a long old day.
Yeah, member stand, Cheeseman Pavilion. Yes, in the shade, that's a place to be if you're a member today. And the Underwood and Not stand next to it as well is also quite shaded, as that's hit very nicely indeed by Adams. And that'll be the first boundary from this over. Sussex Sharks are up to 36 without loss.
Yeah, clever shot that from Adams, opening the face, no fielder out there. Almost went all the way, really nicely timed. Good use of her feet once again. Yeah, they're putting their foot down in this last little spell of the power play.
So what does Young do here to reply to that boundary from Adams? She's in and bowls. That's cut. He was cut almost in the air there for Bailey to be in the game, but just dropped short of her. But she does the fielding.
Oh, she's been busy this over, hasn't she, Bailey?
Be interesting to see when they use her leg spin as well after this power play. As Young comes in, and that's driven very nicely indeed, but there is a fielder there that will stop any potential boundary, and in fact they'll only get one for it. So the end of the over, the Sharks are 37 without loss.
Sharks are 37 enough.
Yeah, the power play there. I think you're right, I think it is 50-50 here. I know that the Kent openers, Gordon and Cocoa Streets, if they're on it, they'll go past that. So I think, no worry there. And what I also think about the Kent women's side there, this is where they really come into their own. The spin after the power play, Robert Scott, skipper, Megan Bell, and as we say, a number of others.
Yeah, I think Megan is going to bring herself on.
Looks like she's coming around the wicket here.
As we see some more shots of the concessions on the southern bank, and people having a good time already. Good to see so many Kent supporters wanting to support the women.
Lovely bit of flight there to begin with. And of course now, can have a lot more protection here for the bowler. Get out for just a gentle single with the mid-wicket boundary.
It's definitely a plan here, isn't there? Because long off and long on, pretty much on the rope.
Yeah, lovely bit of flight. Only 4 out, from what I can tell. No one out on the offside boundary. Again, Belt bowling round the wicket here, tightening the batter up. Oh, Peel. No.
Mel Juniper unmoved.
But good here from Belt. Drawing the full shot there from Adams.
Yeah, she's a much sort of loopier off spinner than Holly Young.
This time, Adams does connect with the shot. Again, well set field. One thing I feel about Kent this year, the women's side, last year, of course, there was a lot of changeover. And a lot of the players remained from there, but a bit more experience this year also on the off-season have brought in a touch more experience.
Yeah, I think to your point, Cameron, there was a lot of change 2 years ago going into the first year of Tier 2, but I don't think really you can use that excuse because it was for everyone, wasn't it? Everyone had to deal with those changes, but again, this team had to gel together, and this winter there were a few departures and a few new arrivals, and the arrivals that came just happened to be former Tier 1 or former professional players as well. Blinkhorn Jones comes in from Essex with Kelly Castle.
Lovely flight again there from the skipper. Tremendous start, just 2 from the over, but yes, and of course there's a different format for the Blast this year. So last year there was a group of 5, whereas this is a group of 8, I do believe, with the women's playing home and away. And I think that's great. More experience for this young team can only be a positive.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning as well that the defeat at Lords on Friday came against the defending champions as well, and Middlesex are a very good team, so yeah. I think James Hockley would have wanted to just draw a line under Friday, and then you almost say that this is the opener, this is the home opener, so you want to perform well in front of your own supporters. And Kent have done all right here. They've not taken a wicket yet, but they're not letting Sussex get away with it, and I think flipping it on its head. If you're a Sussex supporter, you're looking at this and going, fantastic looking batting track, isn't it? And
Oh, it looks a belter.
yeah, look, hopefully they can get some more runs. It's worth mentioning that this is the same pitch as England played on Saturday, and it's the same pitch that the men will play on later as well.
Certainly good carrying that Bilal over, especially.
Yeah, it's going to be Holly Young's off spin again from the pavilion end. And she's in, and that's hit away into the onside. I think she's tried to hit that quite hard, is Collis, and at the last minute decided, no, I can't do that, so just played it nicely.
And
For a
this
single.
heat is very sensible, I'd say.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to be doing too much running in this, are you? So Adams sets herself for the next Young delivery, who's in, and she comes down the track at that one and hits it out to the sweeper for a single.
Both these Sussex batters have been more than happy to use their feet, which I think is something for the Kent women to have a look at when they come to their batting innings.
In comes Young again. That's hit into the air, and it's straight to Isabella James, and that is Kent's first wicket. So Holly Young on her home T20 debut. She'll have wanted that after that drop earlier on. She's got that redemption arc now, and she hasn't even bowled yet, Isabella James.
Excellent stuff, this from Kent. As we say, Collis goes for 15. That's the pressure building. I think that over from Belt one before, really excellent stuff here. Couldn't get it over mid-off, and also right the wrongs again from the chance ahead earlier on. Very similar one, but taken comfortably.
Worth mentioning today that our announcer isn't the voice of Kent Cricket, Steve Watts, Cameron, but it is a familiar voice. It's the Marlow Theatre's very own pantomime dame and Kent Cricket Foundation captain, Ben Roddy. Ben Roddy's here today for the double-header, testing out his announcing skills. I think he's doing quite well so far.
He's doing wonderfully, and I don't know, can it come across on the mics?
I think you can just about hear it.
Well, if you want to hear it, get down to the ground.
Oh, well, there you go. Absolutely.
Get us out of your ears.
I'm sure there's gonna be a few it's behind yous later on.
Oh, I've seen this a few times. Patil's come out. What's happening here? Wrong bat, wrong helmet. Doesn't fancy it.
We're in danger of being timed out
That's
here.
it. I'm already touching my imaginary watch. Come on, umps.
I can hear Ben Roddy talking about staying hydrated.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Take two. I remember doing that, but I forgot my box.
It's quite important, isn't it?
Yeah, great for Young. Didn't take a wicket against Middlesex, but as we say, bowled really well. Get her off the mark here in the blast for mighty Kent.
Yeah, been a good addition. She's an off spinner that can bat as well. So, yes, I think last year Kent could have been concerned with the lack of runs down the order. There was a very long tail, so players like Young coming in and Kelly Castle coming in at the top of the order means that players like Coco Streets can move up, and they know that they've got the safety of other batters to come as well. As Young comes in again to Patel, and that's hit very nicely. Very nicely indeed. The chase is on. And I think it stopped. Megan Bell.
I think the ball stopped inches from the boundary rope there, giving us byes. Good chase there from the skipper.
Yeah, she'll be hoping another one doesn't go that way straight away.
No.
That's 3 byes given. So Young's in again. That's cut away, but it won't beat Bailey. He throws it back into Manny Blinkhorn-Jones behind the stumps. There'll be no run, so 5 off the over so far. from Young. And she's in again and bowls.
Oh,
Attempted sweep shot there, but it goes through. And Megan Belt will have to do the field in. Come through for a single. And I believe that was off the bat. So half chance there for the horses. Matt Adams moves on to 20 from 24. And Patil is the new batter at the crease. He's faced one ball so far. Sussex Sharks 45 for 1 after 8.
successful over that for Kent. I think it's important also to mention that we've had some success against this team already this season, beating Sussex in the Metro Bank One Day Cup. Hopefully we can claw away a few scars there. Again, Adams got a few runs in that one as well, and Wilson with a 74 who's yet to come out. Belt for a second. Oh. Again. A lot of time, Adams rocking back onto the back foot, trying to play that through the leg side. Almost crashing into her stumps there. Have a dot for Belt. Feet used, up in the air, chance. Oh, and put down. Is that Bilal again?
Yeah, Zina Bilal, that sort of hit her just below the neck, come out of the hands.
Tougher chance, that one.
Yeah, it was quite, came out quite quickly, didn't it? And she was on the move as well.
2 runs the result, and they would have liked that one, Adams, the informed batter. Again, lovely stuff from Belt. That would have been just reward for an excellent start for the skipper. Bilal had to make good ground there. And she did get there, but like I say, made a mighty thud. Hit hard from Adams. And lovely stuff, great length. No pace to use as well.
Yeah, Adams using the back foot a little bit here, trying to cut it away. There's no fielder out there if she beats the 3 inside the ring.
Feet used again, and that is a gorgeous shot from Adams. Love to cover drive, as you say, no one out there. She's played that shot to good effect a few times already so far in her innings.
Yeah, 50 up for the Sharks then.
Skipper Belt with a double teapot. Bit more room that time round from Belt, as you can see on the replay, allowing Adams to play it inside out. Top shot. Aerial, but into a big old gap for 1. 7 off what could have been from that over.
Yeah, 9 overs gone then, 52 for 1 are the Sussex Sharks, as we see some live pictures of more people enjoying themselves. Hopefully they've been to our new concessions and the new container bars we've got here at the ground as well. There's more bars, more concessions, 3 ice cream vans. Why aren't you here already if you're watching us on the live stream? Look at that, there's enough room for you as well. And there we go, look. Ice cream vans ready to go.
I'm considering having an ice cream from each van.
I think
So it's Izzy James to come on now from the Pavilion end. She was part of that sole wicket for Kent so far, taking the catch. Just marshalling her troops. And lovely bit of flight. Quick single, direct hit. Not given. Patil made her ground. But again, good work. Don't mind seeing that kind of running.
Yeah, James has come on then, as promised earlier when she took that catch. She's a very, very good leg spinner, is Isabella James. Like to get some flight on the ball. That's up in the air, cut away, swept away, sorry, and they'll only get one for it.
Only been in 2 balls, but you can tell from Patil, likes the sweep shot.
Yeah, wants to score runs quickly, doesn't she?
Use of the feet again from Adams, drill past the bowler there, and just the one. Now both bowlers from each end are on the slower side, really liking to give it air, forcing the batters to use their feet, put the pace on the ball.
That one won't beat the fielder. Yeah, I think for a women's match, these boundaries are quite big, aren't they? Obviously, there's different dimensions in the women's game to the men's game, but this is quite a big outfield for a women's match.
Oh,
that's a lovely looking sort of reverse there from Patil, and it will go for 4. Lovely bit of innovation. She's fully deserved that boundary.
super shot, that. Shot of the day for me so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's up to 5 from 4 as Patil. And Sharks are 59 for 1, almost at the halfway stage, so they'll be very happy with their work so far.
Half stop there. Good work though, keeping that to 1. I fear that if that had gone through, I could have raced the way to the boundary, but again, Patil using her feet, she looks a busy cricketer. Halfway stage here, Sussex Sharks are 60 for 1. Belter of a wicket, but I'd say again it's pretty odds even here. Looks like skipper's taken herself off here. That's going to be Holly Young changing ends now. Matting Road end coming back on. 1 successful bowler so far for Kent. Hoping to break this partnership now. Again an offie, touch quicker though than the skipper. Yeah, as you can see, bowls it from a bit greater height. Not as much time there for Patil to get onto that front leg and look to play her favoured sweep. Good use of the feet again, that's a lovely drive.
Lovely looking shot.
Considering 2, no, not in this heat. Keep it down to 1, but again, another lovely shot.
Yeah, lively looking player is Patil. I think she'll be here to try and up that run rate a little bit more. Adams, that one that's anchored the innings so far. There's only been 1 wicket, so there is licence to hit out a little bit more in the back end.
Very similar innings to what Adams played against Derbyshire in the first game. She had got a run ball 50, anchored the innings, as you say. But this time she is getting more support. Use of the feet again, up in the air. Chance. Oh, that's another one that's gone down. And this one goes the way to the boundary. These drop chances are hurting Kent now. 3rd drop of the day. That could even be the 3rd one for Adams. And as we've mentioned, she is the prize wicket here. To rub salt on the wounds, that one goes way for 4. But again, one easy chance. Using her feet. Again, looking to hit over cover. Can't quite tell who that is out there.
I think it was Coco Streets, and I think she will be disappointed because, yes, it was on the move, but it wasn't at a full sprint. And like the old adage says, catches win matches, and I think Kent will be very disappointed with how they've gone about their catching so far. I think they hold themselves to a very high standard, and they'll want to improve that.
And even worse, she's been moved from the position. Again, drilled. Good response that from Young. Yes, move from deep cover to just backward square. That's never a good feeling. A bit of cricket there.
It's a good bit of fielding.
Yeah, it's disappointing this, isn't it? All from this end as well, from the offies. We had a drop each.
It could be a very different story right now if they've held on to those catches.
Blight gone to that reverse again, doesn't quite get the same connection as she did from the previous over Patil. And that'll close out Young's over. Have a 6 off it. Again, no real damage for Kent, but another drop from it.
I think it's stick or twist now, isn't it? You want some either explosive hitting if you're a Sussex fan, or you want some wickets if you're a Kent fan, because you can't really tell which way this is going to go right now. I think both teams will have eyes on the platform that they've set and how they can push on.
It certainly feels in the balance still. A couple of wickets in the next few overs. Especially that these two here, the set Adams and innovative Patil. You'd fancy that Kent were on top. But right now, Sussex are certainly laying a platform to accelerate.
So James is back on from the pavilion end. Adams on strike. She's in and will come through for a single. Didn't quite get any of that she wanted, did Adams. You'd like to consider her a set batter now. 34 off 35. Now moves on to 35 from 36. So she needs to be the one that's there at the end, I'd say. As that one's hit into the air, and that's a lovely catch. We just talked about how catches win matches, and that's much better from Kent. That's Holly Young, who just steps across and reels it in. That's a lovely catch. So the second wicket goes, it's Patil. She's looked lively, she's looked very good. She's had those reverses, but she has to go. That's a nice bit of fielding from Kent there, and they are back in this match. 2 down now. Our Sussex Sharks 67 for 2.
Yeah, big wicket there, as we say. Patil only got 7, but she looked like he had the ability to really hurt Kent here, and as you say, really smart bit of fielding there from Holly Young, taking a catch, probably saying any danger. She's just had 1 drop from her previous over, but no good from Kent, as we were saying. They've broken that partnership. Can they get another one?
Yeah, Isabella James, Kent's top wicket taker in this tournament last year, so should be pleased to get off the mark at the St Lawrence again. Just looks around at her field as the new batter Johnson is welcome to the middle. She'll be facing up to Isabella James's leg spin. As James is at the top of her mark. Has to think about it. Batter takes her guard. So here we go then. Johnson is on strike for her first delivery. Comes James. The back foot rocks back onto that one, but won't beat the fielder. That's Barnfather, who tidies up. No run. Yeah, that's exactly what Kent needed, wasn't it, Cameron?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, partnership was building there between Adams and Patel. Really key wicket, I do think, is Adams here. Also, just get 2 new batters in.
Here's the first of them, then Johnson again, and she's cut that very late, but it's gone very fine, and there is a scoring position with this field. They'll come back for 2. It's Laura Bailey that stops it reaching the boundary. So I think Sussex now will want to get runs on the ball. I think that's the first point of call, because they've not really taken on any of the bowlers for a big over yet. I think they'll want one of those very soon as James comes in. That's cut slightly in the air, but it won't go past both fielders. I think there's a dive there. I think it's Elsa Barnfather. Didn't quite get it, but Laura Bailey is there backing up.
Good work that. Had a good angle from it. Spin on that ball. Took it away from the first field and good backing up.
In comes James again. It's another rock back cut. And yet again it goes to Barnfather, but this time there's no run from it.
Oh, you can see where Johnson likes to hit it. All 4 of her deliveries have been in that area.
Yeah, I think she tried to do it. She did it once. I think she tried to hit it quite fine and trying to get the boundary that way. I think the only times we've seen them try and hit it back over the bowler's head was that chance of that catch, wasn't it? So I think they're trying to spread the scoring areas around a little bit, and it's not a case of, oh, the spinner's on, I'm going to try and hit it over their head. So it's quite clever batting from Sussex, but they're going to have to pick it up a little bit here as they are 69 for 2 after 12. That's what you need to do, isn't it? Flannel under the hat.
Very sensible.
I didn't do that yesterday. I've got a very sore neck this morning.
And you're a very relieved man, aren't you?
Yeah, let's not talk about football, shall we?
I don't know. I feel quite good about it, actually.
So belt continues from the Nackerton Road end.
Yeah, super start for her. Just 9 off her first 2. Oh, full start though on this one occasion, but she also had that drop chance. Ah, super shot. Super shot that time from Adams. She went down early for that sweep. There wasn't a big gap between them. She has a short fine and a backward square there, both within the ring. She found that gap and it runs away from 4 down the hill. Yeah, no, that's, and look, once straight away brings about changing the field, someone out in that sweep.
I think Sussex fans watching on here will like what they've seen at the start of this over, a bit of intent, and they'll want Adams to keep it up here. She's now scoring at over 100.
Yeah, very sensible cricket. They're coming back for 2. Great running from the Sussex pair. Same delivery, instead of going for the sweep, which is now obviously protected, Adam just dabs it into that leg side where the field has just been moved from. That's good stuff.
Still plenty of people coming into the ground. I think you're right, Cameron, we might be on for this new record.
Short. And Adams this time rocks into the back foot and cuts it away over the infield. And that's come about. Skipper Belts had to change. He had a fielder out there on the offside after that sweep shot. She's brought it across to cover the sweep. And now been punished for it. This innings from Adams is getting more and more concerning from Kent's point of view.
Just check the live streaming figures. There's nearly 6,000 people watching at the moment. So welcome. You're watching the Kent live stream sponsored by Cluberly. But if you're in the Canterbury area, I hate to say it, but why aren't you at the ground? Get your tickets now.
Oh, was that another drop?
Could well have been by the reaction.
See if we can tell on replay, but yeah, the reaction of the ladies, yeah, that might have been another drop chance of the skipper. Tough though, the keeper standing up.
You mentioned a replay there, Cameron. We've just been told in our ears that the replay machine has overheated.
Well, I've never felt so similar to a machine before.
Yeah.
Good finish to the over there from the skipper. 3 dots. She changed the angle, came over, but still successful on that for the Sussex Sharks. 10 off. Adams nearing another 50 in the comp. 45 not out, and yeah, Sussex 79 for 2.
Yeah, like you said, good recovery from Megan Belt at the end of that over after a good start from Adams. Sussex will be eyeing up 3 figures in the next 2 overs, you'd think, if they're going to get a competitive score. Like I said, it's a used track. And if New Zealand can score over 150 on it, then surely the Sussex Sharks can.
as we said before, it does look like a belter.
There's the St Lawrence bathed in sunlight on the live stream. Probably see the cathedral at Canterbury just poking out over the top of the stand. And Sina Bilal will come on from the pavilion end. Well, 1 over so far. She's gone for 11 runs, so hopefully she will be a little bit more economical and hopefully take a wicket from a Kent point of view.
I'm very surprised that they have got no fielder, either third man or a deep point. We saw that's where Johnson liked to play in the last over.
And that's cut away by Johnson. He'll get a single for it. A few words of encouragement from the fielders. Come on, Z. Sina Bilal talking about football. She plays her football for Bromley Women. Be great to be a multi-sport athlete, wouldn't it, Cameron?
It'd be great to be athlete of one sport, let alone multi.
In comes Bilal. That's hit handsomely by Adams, but they'll only get one. That's a good bit of fielding there. I think it's Sydney Gorham. Yes, it is.
The
Nicely
ground
done.
fielding all day from the Kent women has been really excellent.
Yeah, like I said at the start of the piece, it was one of those that I think they were quite disappointed with. If they could take some things to improve from the first couple of games, it might have been the ground fielding. So it's good to see that they've worked hard on it. And obviously you've had those drop catches, but hopefully that you want them to stick a bit more. But like you say, the ground field has improved dramatically over the last few games. And I'm sure they'll get to a stage where they're the complete package in the field as well. They've bowled well of Kent. There's not been too many gimmies. They've
No,
sort
not
of
at all.
limited the scoring rate from Sussex, haven't they? And I think they'll be eyeing up this fantastic pitch here at Canterbury for their run chase. As it's Bilal in again to Adams. Nice high elbow drive, but Bilal does the fielding off her own bowling. And that's another dot ball. I think you can hear the encouragement in the field. As Bilal gets set then. Here she comes over the wicket. Oh, and it's a reverse again there from a Sussex batter. This time it's Adams that's tried a little bit of innovation, but nicely scouted by the Kent field, and they'll only come through for one.
She can come through without a boundary here. Kent will be very happy at this stage of the game.
Yeah, we're moving steadily towards what people might refer to as the death overs. As Bilal comes in again. That's timed very nicely indeed by Johnson. She'll get 4 for that. Lovely looking sweep.
Second mockers of the day has been put on. 1-1 between us.
I think we'd take that, wouldn't we?
Yeah. That time though from Bilal, just drifting onto the pads.
Now I think it's Jack Stagg, don't you think?
I think so.
Is that Jack?
Yeah, who's Jack? I'm going for the man in the hat.
Surely
Which
Bucket
one?
Hat. Surely Bucket Hat Stagg, surely.
Who's Jack?
Well, it's nice to see that they've chosen the Vitality Blast double header for a Stag do. We've just been told that is Jack.
Jack with a hat on.
So congratulations, Jack.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining all your friends here at the St Lawrence ground for your big send-off. And there's going to be a change of bowling for Kent. Sydney Gorham's going to come back on. She's only gone for 7 runs so far from her 2 overs. And she'll be coming on from the Nackerton Road end.
Different challenge this for Gorham. Bowled superbly with the new rock. getting a little bit of movement. I'll be surprised if she gets any now. And also she's changed ends. But big bowler here for Kent. Oh, lovely shot. Great bit of innovation once again from Adams. Flicking it over the top, and I think that will run away for her 50. Back-to-back 50s for Adams in this comp. She's played superbly. Got a couple of lives from the Kent fielders, but she's made a full toll of it. Tremendous innings.
Yeah, really good to watch this so far from Adams. 46 balls for a half century. And that's what you want as an opener in T20 cricket, isn't it?
Absolutely, and really the rock of this innings, allowing the other batters to have a bit of freedom around her. Slow ball this time from Gorham, and quick single taken. Oh, bit of a wayward throw, but again, it's getting well backed up. And now once you get to that 50 mark as a batter, you really do feel a lot freer. Expect to see some big shots here from Adams, but equally chances for the Kent fielders. Great glove work. Blinkhorn-Jones, really smart bit of work behind the stumps there, but again, Johnson is looking to play that backward cut. I do fear if she gets hold of it, there is no protection out there. The protection for Gorham is on the leg side. I have to just tighten that line up a touch. Again, same line, good work once again behind the stumps. You'd say Kent fortunate there with those two deliveries. Get 2 dots out of it.
Yeah, good comeback this from Gorham after being hit for 4. First ball of the over. Just slowed the pace down a little bit here.
Wide, but happy for it just to be the one. Great bit of work. 3 balls on the trot. Blinkhorn-Jones taking that smartly down the leg side. Losing her radar a touch there, Gorham. Damage was limited by the keeper. Kent could do with a wicket here just to pick everyone up.
We'd love to see a replay, but obviously the replay machine has overheated. I think we're about to overheat as well.
Yeah. Bowling. Dug out for 1. Yes, if anyone's around the ground and fancies dropping an ice cream by, I wouldn't say no. That won't be the first time I probably asked that today.
Yeah, they've really slowed the pace down here of Kent. I don't know if that's a deliberate ploy to stop the batters getting into a bit of a groove going into the back end of the innings, or if they just want to get these tactics spot on.
Have to be mindful of the cut-off time, of course. 20 minutes left, 11:47. And to be fair, with our high spin attack, Gorham's going around the wicket here. Interesting. Oh, indecision chance. Bowler's end.
Oh, could that have gone to the other end?
Well, that brings the end of that Gorham over. Sussex Sharks 95 for 2. And they're going along nicely here. 5 overs to go, set batter. They're eyeing up 130 plus.
Some very young Kent fans in today. Suddenly been a surge at the gates, Cameron. I feel like 200 more people have just turned up. They've just heard that Molly Adams has hit a half century and they want to come and see the end of it.
think they're eager to see the likes of Coco Streets. When they come out to bat, they've heard it's a belter.
I don't know if that was a...
Oh, was belt on the screen?
Yeah, I thought that was a...
We'll go with yes. Very professional outfit here.
Yeah, hopefully Kent's top order will be quality streets.
Very good.
Thank you, I've got loads more. So Amy Gordon's going to come on here, and there is a slight chance, but it will drop short for a first delivery from this pavilion end. Didn't quite carry all the way to the fielder. I think it's Kelly Castle out there.
Interesting switching around the openers who both went well from the adjacent ends.
Yes, clearly a ploy. And they're just slowing down his rate of deliveries here, but it is Gordon who comes into Johnson, who sweeps that one away. It'll be fielded, they'll only get a single. Move on to 98, 2 away from the 3-figure score. And Gordon will want a wicket here, definitely. She's bowled well in the power play. And she's in again. Hit up into the air. And it just drops short, plugs into the ground. It goes over the head of Isabella James, and there's a fielder there to tidy up. But a half chance, sort of, for Kent there. So I think Sussex are showing that they are going to try and hit out now and try and get a score as competitive as they can. And it'll be up to Kent to curtail those runs or take some wickets as Gordon comes in again. A nice bit of innovation again, but doesn't quite get all of it, does Adams. He'll come through for a single. They always astound me, those sort of shots, because I would not have the agility or the dexterity to do that at all.
My knees wouldn't allow
For the Sharks then. You can see our little tent.
Oh yes.
We're not cooking yet, don't worry. As Gordon gets a wicket. Johnson's bowled then for 10. And just as Sussex move into 3 figures, can get a breakthrough. It's almost a bit tit for tat at the moment, isn't it, Cameron? We've got runs at 1 minute and then wickets or sort of dots at the other end, and I think it's still quite even, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely still up in the air. I think 130. If we can keep Sussex underneath 130 and we keep taking wickets at the right time. As I say, Gordon deserves that one. Johnson trying to use her feet, open up the leg side, going a bit too far, and it clips the leg stump. And Gordon deserves it, Kent deserve it. It's been a good over so far. Try and not put the mocks on again, but can we get out of this without a boundary?
Yeah, Amy Gordon have bowled well today. She's a good off-spinning option, is Amy Gordon. Obviously, she'll, in T20s at least, will open the batting for the Horses. As the skipper, Kiara Green, comes in for Sussex. And she'll be hoping to worry the scorers here with a few quick runs, with 4.1 overs left of this innings. Sussex have a rather good walkout song. Fatboy Slim's right here, right now. Obviously, Brighton links, but he was born in Kent, and I'll leave it there as Gordon comes in again and won't beat the fielder. Will Green, first delivery. That's another dot ball.
Top over that from Gordon. Just a 5 off him. Kent needed that at this stage.
Yeah, you'd almost think that the pendulum has now swung a little bit back into Kent's favour here.
But still Adams remains. Big wicket.
Yeah. Yeah, if she can get some quick runs here, she's shown that she can hit out. And then Sussex will hopefully have a big score to defend as Kent begin their innings later on. Those glorious pictures. No clouds whatsoever.
I'm just waiting for the sun to come into the box.
Yeah, the shadows are getting shorter and I'm getting worried.
that's James now from Lacton Road End. Hit out into the gap. Just the one. I feel like Adams is potentially tiring here. There's two there. Don't fancy taking on Gordon's arm.
Sophie Singer just walking past us with every drink under the sun in her 2 crates.
I'm sure she'll get by here to us eventually. Flatter this time round. Drifted down the leg side, another wide here. Again, Blinkon-Jones doing well. Make sure there's no more damage. Blighted, driven nicely through the covers from the skipper green. That'll race away for 4. That's a number of times. Who am I to question the skipper belt? It's the leggy turning it away and no protection on that offside boundary. Just has to beat the ring and it's going to scoot away. And yes, here comes the change. Cover now for Lizzie James on that offside boundary. It does open the opportunity for a sweep. Up in the air. Oh, hit too well into the gap. Almost all the way for our first maximum, but not quite. Drops the 4, but strong shot. Back-to-back 4s. Sussex Sharks on the charge here. As you would expect, with 7 wickets in the hut. But this isn't Adams, this is the new batter in green. Only 3 balls, 2 of them boundaries.
Yeah, exactly what you wanted to come in at this point.
Lovely response, slowed it right up, James. Bit of grip and turn, beating the outside edge. Again, blocked onto the back foot this time from Green. Cut away, will it be stopped? No, it's the 3rd boundary of the over. That was a lovely shot. Getting right back into the depth of her crease. Just timing it nicely between the 2 fielders at backward point and short 3rd.
This is that over that we talked about, wasn't it? This is the one big over that they wanted, Sussex. So we'll be happy with this so far. And against Kent's top wicket taker last year as well, so no mean feat.
Well fielded off her own bowling to keep that to a dot. But yeah, good over that from Sussex, 14 off it. As we were saying, that was the over they were looking for. And skipper Adams has come in and injected a bit of momentum into their innings with 3 to go. Sussex Sharks are 114 for 3.
Yeah, I think Kent will now just want wickets, won't they? They're still batting to come. So I think they'll want to get through this order or just slow the run rate down a little bit. It's edging towards 7 now. For a vast majority of this game, it's been under 6. So Sussex are motoring on here. I think they'll be eyeing up the 140s, the 150s if they continue to hit as well as they did in that last over. As Amy Gordon bowls her last over then from the pavilion end. Uses her feet and she is stumped. Umpire finally gives it after thinking about it. That's a good bit of glove work from Maddie Blinkon-Jones. And Adams finally departs then, 57 from 53 balls with 8 4s. She's been out there for over an hour. As Cameron gets to hear Will Young for the first time this season.
Just makes everything better. The Adams, a superb innings, a very consistent batter this season from Sussex. Big wicket for Kent that. You see she was tiring a touch. As you mentioned, wickets is what's needed for Kent here. That's the only thing that will slow this run rate. Because you imagine every batter coming in now for Sussex be given the remit of just going for it.
Yeah. Adams has had a very good send-off from the crowd in the pavilion under not lots of round of applause as she heads off. So Darcy Clark comes in then for the Sharks.
Darcy Clark, who wasn't originally on our scorecard.
No.
And so she gets her chance here to make an impression. Amy Gordon impressing once again. 2 for 16 so far. Only
Good
going
figures.
5.
Yeah, good figures. So Fatboy Slim leaves us, and in comes Amy Gordon. And that has raced to the fielder.
Don't
Off
rub
Clark's
it.
back. Isabella James
Clonked on the knee.
hasn't rubbed her knee yet. Oh no, she's not going to. Good work. As Gordon comes in again, goes straight back to Isabella James. She stops them coming through for anything more than a single.
Yeah, I'd still be on the ground after that. That previous rocket. Here's Green on strike. Certainly looking the most dangerous of the Sussex batters here.
Sort of waited on that one, didn't she? And tried to pick a gap through Barnfather and James, but doesn't quite get it, and Barnfather tidied up.
3 dots so far in this over.
Yeah, good over for Kent this, as Gordon comes in again, and she will not beat the fielder. That's a lovely bit of fielding on the boundary.
Excellent work.
Yeah, I think that's Holly Young out there.
She's been very impressive all day, both with the ball and in the field.
Yeah, if we said that the last over was a good Sussex over, this is a good Kent over so far. As that hit into the air again, it's another drop. It's almost parried over the crossbar from Isabella James. It did come at her quite quickly, to be fair, but that's another chance for Kent there that's gone begging. And the Sharks move on to 117 for 4 after 18, so 2 overs left of their innings. The crowd are in, they're loving it. They've got their Ambition Sport Kent Women Training shirts on. It's a jazzy one, isn't it, Cameron?
Absolutely. I could do with some Kent merch, actually.
Is that a request, or?
Absolutely a request. If only I knew a man with the power.
But it's not me.
Ah. But yeah, disappointing, another drop. But let's not linger on that. And not just as another superb over, a wicket and only 3 for that Gordon, but 4 overs, 2 for 19. She's bowled 2 overs in the power play and 2 overs at the end with set batters in place. She's done excellently, to tell you.
Yeah, and she'll be opening the baton as well, so she's got potential to be very much involved in the entirety of this game. But it's Holly Young on again.
Oh, was that the chance?
Don't know if it carried. Or the replay machine is back to life.
Will we see if this carried to Skipper Bell? Feet used again. They'll be pushing for 2 here. And they get back quite comfortably.
Good fielding. Like we said earlier, the ground field has been very good. I think if there were going to be any constructive points out of this game, it would be the catches. But I've been impressed with Kent in the field generally. They've been live wires. They haven't sort of let anything go past them or anything like that.
Upish, just out of the reach. That one runs away for 4. Lovely shot from Skipper Green again. Moves on to 19 from just 10 deliveries.
Yeah, it was hit hard, wasn't it, by Kira Green?
Strong shot, that. The intention's shown, but it also should show the way for some of these Kent batters that it is possible to get started right from the get-go on this wicket.
As you can now see, the replay machine is alive and well. So welcome back, replay machine. Hopefully you'll be doing a lot more work with Kent wickets and runs throughout this day. We've got Kent men, Kent Spitfires on later on against the Sussex Sharks.
Coming around the wicket now. Oh, wonderful stuff. That's the big wicket. Holly Young has been impressive all day. Bowls Green, who goes for an impressive 19 off 11. big kind of hack, as you can imagine, at this point of the innings. But yeah, straight onto that middle peg, and that is a big, big wicket for Kent, who are taking them at the right time.
Yeah, Holly Young has looked impressive again today, hasn't she? 2 for 23 so far.
Probably killer fielders as well, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so. She's been on that boundary. I think Zina Bilala's had a bit of a workout as well, riding around the boundary, but Holly Young definitely has been good in the field as well. And this is what Kent wanted after that big over from Sussex. They've pulled it back very well indeed. The Sharks are now 1, 2, 4, 5.
See from the replay there. Lovely bit of drift, a bit of grip as well. Also took a bit of pace off the ball. Excellent work from Young. Wilson comes in now, who was impressive in the Metro One Day game against Kent. I believe she ended on 70 odd. Hasn't got a lot of time here though to get herself in. Interesting, Young now going back over the wicket after a successful round. And this one is hit nicely again. Any chance? Well, no. That one rocks away for first ball from Wilkinson. Interesting going back over once you've had the success round, but...
A lovely bat speed though. Good shot from Wilkinson. One way to get off the mark.
Well, given the licence, aren't you, at this stage? Just coming from ball one. And Sussex are approaching that 130 mark mentioned earlier. Now, as if you're Kent, you can keep them under 140. Be the next aim. Holly Young to finish off her spell. This one's drilled out to long on. Should it be just for one? And it will be. Good spell from the new recruit. 2 for 28 off her 4. Be pleased with that.
Yeah, well played, Holly Young.
Will be Gorham to finish off, do you imagine? Brilliant end.
It looks like, yeah, Gorham having a chat with Kelly Castle. And then Kelly Castle practicing her golf swing, so maybe it's not a tactical ploy. Interesting to listen to and read. Some bowlers like to not talk about cricket at the top of their run-up, don't they? And I think it was an interview with Dale Steyn where he'd said he used to just talk about fishing at the top of his run.
When you're that good, just leave him be, he knows what he's doing.
So Gorham will finish off this innings from the pavilion end, and she's in. Slower ball, but nicely timed by Wilkinson, who gets bat on it, and they'll come through for a single. Move up to 130 for 5.
Good skills there from Gorham, on the back of the hand, slower ball. Into the wicket, good stuff.
Just a hint of a breeze now. Nice little breeze. You can see the Kent flag on top of the Frank Woolley stand now waving across. As Gorham comes in again. Bowls. Another bit of innovation that's up in the air. Will Gorham get it off her own bowling? Yes. That's a lovely wicket for Sydney Gorham. I think there was a bowling variation that I can't even comprehend with my mouth. But Sydney Gorham then takes the catch off her own bowling. And Clark has to go for 3. Caught and bowled by Sydney Gorham. And the Sharks are now 130 for 6 in the final over for their innings. Cameron, talk me through that. You know more about cricket than I do.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that, but difficult catch that. I think it looks easier than what it is. It's gone a long way up in the air and over her left shoulder. But never in doubt when it's off your own bowling.
Oh, yeah.
You take them 10 times out of 10. But I think she deserves that, especially her first 2. Only went for 7 runs in her first 2 overs. Good change-ups, first 2 balls in this. And as we said before, wickets. Wickets are vital at this stage for Kent.
Yeah.
And not only is it 1 wicket for her on her stats, but it means they run for a single, and also means that Wilkinson stays off strike. So it's Eve O'Neill.
Eve O'Neill comes in.
The only other batter for Sussex to get past 5 in their previous game. She ended up on the 29 and was also handy with the ball. So she comes in with a bit of confidence from the previous game. She only has 4 balls left.
Gorham then starts her run up, comes in. Lovely bit of glove work again from Maddie Binkhorn-Jones. She's been very good behind the stumps today. No wedge on it, but she still takes it.
Excellent. And that was another change up there for Gorham, on pace delivery. Keeping the batters on their toes. Tremendous start, just one from the first 3 balls this final over.
Yeah, I think Andrew Tuck, the bowling coach, would be very happy with this. Gorham comes in again. Hits her in the midriff. Could have been a chance for a run out.
Excellent, excellent work. Again, going to that slower ball. Now have a dot delivery.
Lots of encouragement again. Two balls to come of this innings then. In comes Gorham. And O'Neill was trying to hit that into Old Dover Road, but doesn't get anything on it. Another dot. Applause from all around the ground. This is a very good over from Sydney Gorham.
Absolutely terrific. And again, great glove work.
Here she comes again then, Gorham. And yet again, such a good over that from Sydney Gorham. She can be very proud of herself. She's got a wicket. It's only gone for 1. And at one point, Cameron, both you and I were saying that Sussex could eye up 140 here, but they've only been able to get 130 for 6 on an extremely good batting wicket, an international batting wicket, because England played on this one on Saturday. So Sussex Sharks 130 for 6 after their 20 overs, and I think Kent will be very happy, won't they?
Oh, absolutely. I must have, that over was terrific. Just one from it, 1 wicket. And look at the change-ups of her speeds. One of them being 81 miles an hour, which I tell you, I back it. But no, in all seriousness, she's going for 15 off her 4 overs. Her and Gordon the standouts, I'd say, with the ball. But the momentum that Kent can take from those last few overs into their innings, 130 on this track, this is a belter, let's remind you. Excellent work, excellent work. Must shout out Adams. A very good 50 from her. Skipper Green came out and hit a few lusty blows to the boundary. But I think you'd rather be in the Kent camp, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's not all been Kent, but I think you're right. You'd rather be about to chase down 131 in this glorious sunshine at the St Lawrence ground. So this is halfway So welcome back then to the St Lawrence ground here in Canterbury. Kent women are chasing down 1-3-1 to win this opening match of the Vitality Blast at Canterbury this summer. My name's Liam, I'm here with Cameron and you're watching the Kent Cricket live stream, proudly sponsored by Cluberly. Thank you to Cluberly for all their support. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Glorious day, as we've said here. If you've just joined us and you're in the Canterbury area, have a look at how hot and sunny it is here, and you can get your tickets to come down to the men's game. It's only the price of one men's match here today. So if you are enjoying this coverage and you live locally, head down to the ground. You're not going to be paying any more. And the men will get underway at 3:30 against the same opponents. So it's a double header for Kent and Sussex today. Amy Gordon and Coco Streets, who let's just say is in a little bit of form at the moment.
Just a touch.
Again, I don't want to put the markers on it.
I know.
But Kent will want to get away quite quickly in this run chase. They're going to have to go at over 6.6 and over to chase it down. But this is a very good wicket. Adrian Long and all the ground staff have worked very hard on this. This is the same pitch that England played on Saturday. And it's the same wicket that the men will play on later as well. So it's going to be Green opening up.
Nice strong shot. Just for one into the covers. Yeah, similar tactics here from the Sussex Sharks, opening up with spin from the Nacton Road end. As I say, do not want to put the markers on Coco Streets, but the touch she is in. 200s and two big 50s, I think it's 70 and an 80. No, it's too high. See it from here. Admittedly in the Metro Bank, so a bit of a different format, but you'd imagine some of that form will translate.
Yeah, we said earlier, Coco Street set a new high score in the first game of 78. Then she broke that again with 100. Then she broke that again with another 100 in the next game. And that's an absolutely lovely shot.
Yeah, showing a bit of that form, drilling it nice and early out to the fielder out at long on for one. She's off the mark. It's a great feeling as a batter to get off the mark. I haven't felt that in the last two games.
I think Kent will want to start strongly here because of what happened at Lords on Friday. Obviously, they were bowled out for 54, so I think this is their chance to show what they're made of.
And Gordon taking her first ball there. It's getting bad on it, no run. I do think for Kent to go deep, they need one of these pair to play a bit of an Adams innings, a bit of an anchoring one. They both have the talent to, for sure. Gordon's a bit of a favourite of mine. I remember seeing her first game here, not in Kent colours, and she hit a blistering 50. And then my first time commentating on her for Kent, she scored 100 last season. Something similar would be nice.
Yeah, that was you and myself, wasn't it?
It was.
And I did go a little bit mad when she got to 100 as well.
Justifiably. But that's the end of the first, a very tidy one from Sussex's point of view. Green just going for the one run. But yeah, tidy.
Few spectators taking use of some of the shaded seating areas. Said previously, if you wanted to come down, please do. Tickets available at the gate and online. I have seen an attendance figure, Cameron, and last year's record was about 1,400, and we are close.
Come on, people.
We are close to a new record. Kent women attendance for a T20 match here at the St Lawrence ground in Canterbury. Been here since 1842, the St Lawrence, so it'd be nice to break another record today in successive years for a double header. And don't forget as well, this isn't the only double header at Canterbury this T20 summer. There's another one during Canterbury Cricket Week. So Doherty will open up, and that's edged away for a single by Streets, moves on to two.
Nicely guided, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I wasn't fair enough there, was I?
But good field placements.
Trying to get all my sales messaging in.
You're doing a great job there, Mr. Knight. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've just seen a man with a Spurs top on.
Don't see any issue there at all. Premier League shirt. Doherty comes in again. Gordon sort of rises onto that one, just fends it into the onside for no run.
Good pace here. Doherty, quickest bowler on show so far today, mid-60s. Well, actually saying that, Sydney Gorham with her 80-mile-an-hour delivery in her final over.
Said in the break, Cameron, that you're enjoying these bowling speeds now.
I'm loving it. Didn't have these last year.
In comes Doherty again then. That's hit very nicely indeed. It gets a shot from Ben Roddy. And that reaches the boundary rope for 4 more. Gordon hits her first boundary. Kent up to 6 without loss in the second over.
Stand and deliver from Gordon. This is what she's excellent at. Very stable base. Crunching that one through the covers. It's rocketed away. Nice confident start. And already, you'd love to see it, a change in the field following the ball.
How does Doherty reply here? She's into Gordon, who can't quite get hold of that one. And there won't be a run. Speaking of football shirts, there's a retro Brentford shirt in front of us now.
Oh, excellent.
In comes Doherty again. Driven nicely by Amy Gordon, but she'll only get 1 for it. Puts herself on 2 strike for the next over, if there's no runs here. Is that another Tottenham shirt?
A disgrace. Do they have no shame?
Haven't seen many West Ham shirts so far. Doherty comes in again.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
It's a lovely shot by Coco Streets, but he won't beat the fielder out there. And they'll come through for a single, so Streets will take the strike for the next over. 2 overs gone, and the Horses are 8 without loss. As we see some refreshments going on in front of the Colin Cowdery stand. Very smart choice to sit there, and of course, if you do decide to come down, you can sit there in that lower part of the Colin Cowdery stand, and then also slightly across in the Frank Woolley stand lower. There we go, panning across. Beautiful work from the Advision team. And that lower part of the Frank Woolley stand is also unreserved as well.
Green starting her second over here. That's her 6th dot ball. Started smartly here. Oh, nice. Good timing. Won't quite get to the boundary. They considered 2.
Good arm from the fielder there.
Yeah, very good arm. I think if they'd have gone straight away, there may have been 2 runs there.
Yeah, Bella Johnson with the throw in.
But good signs for the Kent openers. Good bit of timing. Tucked into the gap. Nice smart single that time from Gordon. Good this from Kent.
Yeah, steady start. Sussex had a steady start as well, so it's almost like when you're chasing a total, you can almost learn from how the opposition have batted and how they've gone about it. So good start this from Kent.
Tucked up again from Green. Been impressive with this round the wicket angle. Not giving much room to the Kent batters. Drilled beautifully from Coco Streets, but again, it's a well set field this.
Yeah, good strong start from the Sharks. Defending 130. That required rate is now up to 7.
Nice this from the Kent batters. Gordon again just tapping that into the leg side, taking the easy single on offer. Steady start from the Kent openers, 12 for none after 3.
Yeah, I think Streets and Gordon are just getting the lie of the land a little bit. Obviously Gordon will know a little bit more because she's bowled on this surface. Conversation out in the middle as we see some more shots of our southern bank with our new concessions this year. Massive hot dog sign. Got 3 ice cream vans. I'm going to see how many times I can say that so far this innings, and if that doesn't sell you this experience, I don't know what will. Get your tickets, get down here if you're a Kent member or a white ball pass holder. You get in for absolutely nothing. You just have to show your card at the gate, so head down, come and enjoy this match in the sunshine. As Doherty begins a new over, and that's slapped away by Gordon, but there won't be a run. You looking forward to the men's match later, Cameron?
Yeah, after a really strong performance from them at Lords, I think it'll be a good one against Sussex, who also had a good result.
Almost beats Gordon, almost tries to set off for a run. With the potential to be stumped there, but it's given as a wide. Yeah, there's a new face for the men as well.
Deanne Forrester?
Deanne Forrester.
Well, I'm very excited as a Super Kings man. Yeah, very, very excited.
You obviously saw a lot of him at CSK.
Look.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Amy Gordon just rocks onto the back foot for that one and guides it to the boundary rope for 4. Kent are up to 17 without loss.
I'm not sure how it went down with the Kent hierarchy, of course. Deanne being called up as an injury replacement for Jamie Overton, but then going out there to, well, he didn't even get onto the subs bench.
Well, Deanne actually checked in with us before he accepted the offer, so he had a Zoom call with Simon Cook and Sam Billings as Doherty comes in again. It's a lovely looking drive by Gordon, but there's no run. They had a Zoom call that night before it was announced, and he sort of said that Kent said to him, it's an opportunity you have to take. Worst case scenario, he would have missed a few matches, but as it turned out, CSK were eliminated before the playoffs, so he's only missed 1 game. As that's up in the air by Amy Gordon. That's gone right towards that lower Frank Woody stand. It's gone into those shaded seats, and that's a 6.
First 6 of the day, and it's off the bat of Amy Gordon. Tremendous again, strong base, halfway down, don't bowl there. And she has slapped that straight down the ground, back of her length. Tremendous timing and power. Top shot.
Yes, if Steve Watts, the voice of Kent Cricket, was here, he would have said, put cheese on that, it's a whopper. T20 season is very much back here at the St Lawrence ground. How does Doherty respond after getting hit for 6? Gordon is in again, a chance of a catch there, but it won't beat the dive. And it goes for 4. This is a good over from Amy Gordon, moves on to 21 from 14. Kent up to 27 without loss, coming near to the end of the 4th over. And it's exactly what Kent would have wanted.
Exactly the start they wanted, especially after the previous match, settling a few nerves, I'm sure. But great intent being shown here from both the openers, especially against the pace of Doherty. This thing's a touch easier.
1 to come in this 4th over. He's tried to drive that one again, but doesn't get hold of it. Good keep in there. And that's a dot ball to end. So at the end of the over, 27 for no loss. And just talking about Deanne Forrester again, Cameron, he actually got on a plane as soon as Chennai's last game finished, and he was at Lords to watch the men.
That's what we like to hear.
That's commitment, isn't it? And I spoke to him yesterday, and he's really excited to get going in the blast. And what struck me actually was he said that he had conversations with Sam Billings. You'd expect that, they were teammates in the PSL, but Justin Kemp, blast from the past, basically sold him the dream of Kent cricket. And he's come here as a replacement for Senator Sammy, who was actually, he's still going to come a bit later on. He's going to come in August. He's got a bit of a knee injury in Cricket South Africa. Just want him to rest that up a little bit. So Deanne Forrester will hopefully be making his debut later on.
I really do hope to see him. New bowler here from Acton Road End. Oh, that's beautifully played from Coco Streets. That'll be her first boundary. Nice late cut, desperate dive from the backward point, never getting there. That's another boundary for the Kent opening pair. They're racing along here. So it's Anna Lewis now who's come on. And again, the seam looks a touch easier to play on this wicket.
Yeah, quality streaks there.
I hope to hear that many more times. Oh.
There you go.
There you are.
Another 4. Lovely cut shot from Coco Streets.
And repeat from Coco Street. Just showing that form that she's bringing into this game.
Yeah, she's been streaks ahead so far this season, hasn't she? She's carrying on that form now.
You just don't get this anywhere else. Put pressure on here. 2 boundaries off Lewis' first 2 balls of her spell. Kent racing along here. This time will probably just be the 1. Again, lovely timing. And remind, that brings us to the 36 for none. That was the score of Sussex after the power play. Of course, they didn't lose a wicket, but it was for 36. So we are ahead at this point.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning as well, we are obviously not going to need it, but the current DLS par is 22, so you'd argue Kent are well above the rate at the moment.
Short. Absolutely hammered from Gordon. That's her second maximum of the day.
Wow.
Do not bowl short. That is a big hit out there. Absolutely climbed all over that one, swiveled on it, and smashed it over the fielder's head.
Yeah, Gordon just flashed at that one, and it went away to the boundary. I think that one's just gone over Cameron's head.
Again short. Trying to dab that through the gap, no run.
Worth mentioning that we are now getting close to the total that Kent made at Lord's.
Oh yes, I didn't really want to.
It's quite the turnaround, isn't it? In confidence, if anything, that they've been able to trust this surface and go at the bowlers a little bit in this opening power play.
Lovely crunching drive again. Good bit of fielding. Prevent that from racing away as well. Dot ball.
Yeah, well fielded, Izzy Collis.
Have a good over, 15 from it. But I think it helps having this tremendous crowd here at Kent. Beautiful sunny day. All of that combined. Got a bit of confidence about them.
Yeah, it's a partisan crowd. I think I've heard that phrase said quite a few times by Sam Billings and the like in the weeks running up to this tournament. I'm sure it's the same for the women. It's great to see so many people here.
It's a partisan comms box.
We're trying to be as impartial as we can. But like I said earlier, I know the current figures for people in the ground, and it is very close to that record.
So still flooding in.
Absolutely. So if you are local, if you fancy a quick drive, come to St Lawrence ground.
Oh, it's Jack. It's Jack.
Jack's back.
Oh, there we go. He's my favourite.
I'd love to see where they get to at the end of the men's game.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll still be standing.
There have been some hydrations going on under the Leslie Ames boxes.
Green changing ends.
Yeah, interesting here. Streets is on strike. Hits that one into the air, but it won't go to the fielder. It'll go along the ground and they'll come through for a single.
Green by far the most economical of the Sussex bowlers so far, hoping just to get through this last over the power play
Yeah,
without too much damage.
Yeah. Good player. Fantastic sunnies on as well.
We'll be needing them soon.
Comes in again, that's driven, and it will beat the fielder. That's another lovely boundary from Amy Gordon. Moves on to 31 off just 19 deliveries. Kent 47 without loss. And this crowd is very much enjoying this performance from the horses with the bats.
That is not an easy shot. The off-spinner bowling round the wicket. Just let it drift across her and drilled it through extra cover. Top shot. Taking her bowling form into this batting performance.
So in comes Green again.
Ooh.
Tried to turn that round the corner is Gordon, but hasn't got anything on that. Good work from the keeper.
High delivery. We'll take every extra. Much too short.
Lovely work from Amy Gordon. 50 up for the openers. Horses are cantering here at Canterbury.
That's lovely, yeah.
I could tell you all about the history of why it's called cantering, but I might save that for
another day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once we put you on mute. Yeah.
This is a very, very strong start from Kent. exactly what they would have wanted after Friday's defeat at Lords, the heavy defeat at Lords, and this is just going to give them so much more confidence going into the tournament.
Oh, again.
Lovely, lovely looking sweep shot from Amy Gordon. She's racing away now to 39 off 21, striking at 185. Those are the numbers you want to see as a T20 opener. And we haven't even reached the end of the power play yet, and Kent are 56 without loss.
This is the Amy Gordon I remember, especially that innings she played for Surrey against us. Very reminiscent to this. And take a game away from you.
In the days of the oldest rivalry, T20. Seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I think Kent are looking to build some newer rivalries, because obviously Essex and Surrey aren't in the League Two of this competition. We've got the rivalry of Sussex here today. Green comes in again to Gordon, who just drives that into the gap in the field. And the sweeper's out there to do the field, and they'll come through for a single. And very much applauded here by the Canterbury faithful as Kent reached 57 without loss at the end of the power play.
Shouldn't understate what a tremendous power play that was in the context of one. Of course, it was 36 for none for Sussex, but mainly for what happened at Lords. Have we surpassed?
Yes,
we have. It was 54.
Yep. So we've made the score we made at Lords
and
within the power play.
Gordon's almost got it on her own. But it's been the intent that's been impressive. We haven't looked to overhit anything. It's been waiting for that loose delivery. Especially Gordon. A few short balls have been allowed her to hit them over the ropes, but smart batting, taking the single on offer as well. Change bowler now coming on.
Eve O'Neill's coming on.
And as I said, O'Neill in their first game was the pick of the bowlers for Sussex, 3 for 18, so they'll be hoping for a repeat here.
Now, Cameron, this is what you want coming past us right now, an Odd Balls Kent Cricket umbrella. Look at that.
Superb, actually, yeah.
Available in the club shop.
Bogey, not all a bounce. Gordon looking to rock back, but she's been facing a lot quicker so far. Just needs to adjust. Wait for a touch longer.
Going over 9s at the moment.
Oof. Bit of an edge. Could be a bounce there from O'Neill. Should pick up 2. I guess they just need to see through this little period. The start's been so excellent. They don't need to make any or take any unnecessary risks here to the Kent opening duo.
Still very much have batting to come as well. In Kelly Castle and batter of the year last year, Elsa Barnfather, Maddie Blinkhorn-Jones.
Oh, is that going to run away? It does. A strong sweep shot from Gordon.
That has been timed to absolute perfection, hasn't it?
It has. So you can see, look, line was off from O'Neill. She gets that front leg down the wicket. A strong sweep shot. Not a lot Patel could do. She's now on boundary away. Flatter. And they'll take the quick single on offer.
Quite loopy off spin, this, isn't it? It's
very loopy. What are the speeds we can tell this year? 32 miles an hour. Yeah, that's slower than, I guess our slowest would be Megan, would you say?
Yeah, I think looking at it earlier, I think Megan Belt was sort of mid
to late
30s, yeah.
That's again. A bit of turn here though, is O'Neill.
It can work for you though, can't it? Because
absolutely.
then the batter's got to hit it as hard as they can.
You have to put the pace on the ball.
But yeah.
Gives you time to think, which sometimes never a good thing for a batter. Again, ball up in the air. Chance for that big sweep from Coco Streets. Oh, not been able to be collected on the boundary. It's another 4 in the same direction. It's top work from Kent. That makes it 68 for none after 7. We're going over 9s here. Yeah, again, just had to wait on it. Direction, the line was wrong. But you have to put away what you're given. Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you into a small secret on the attendance. There are over 1,000 in currently.
I said it.
And they're being treated to an excellent opening stand here from Kent women. Amy Gordon, like Cameron said, is 1 hit away from a half century, and Coco Streets is seeing it well again in a Kent shirt this summer.
We've said it a number of times, but if you are in the area, why would you not want to get down and see some of this batting on show?
Absolutely. You can bring in sealed soft drinks as well with you, so don't feel like you have to spend money here on your water, because there's also free water at all bars. There's free water refill stations behind the Under the Knot, and then there's the AIM stand. And there are so many food outlets to choose from here as well. Looks like Bella Johnson's coming on then from the pavilion end. Cheer goes up for the IPL trumpet. It's Gordon on strike then, on 47 from 27. Cuts that one away, but there are fielders there, so they won't run. It's very rare, Cameron, that you see a day in Canterbury with no clouds whatsoever in your eye line.
Very
Sweeps
rare
that one away.
Oh, good bit of fielding.
Well fielded indeed out there. They will just get one for it. Gordon moves on to 48.
Oh, it's an absolutely stunning bank holiday Monday here in Canterbury.
Streets takes the strike then. She's currently on 19 off 15, so she's going well as well. As Johnson comes in. Guided down to third by Streets, and they'll come through for another single. That's good running from Kent.
But yes, it's certainly a day for the sun cream. I can already see a gentleman in front of us turning the same shade as his red football top.
Yeah, that's going to hurt tomorrow, I think. As Johnson's in again, that's up in the air by Gordon, and it will fall short of the fielder. They'll come through for a single. Hearts are in mouths then, as it raced towards the fielder on the boundary, but didn't quite carry.
There's no thinking from Gordon to just tap it for singles to get her way to her 50. She wanted to get there with one big blow.
Streets that's on strike now. Up nicely off the back foot. They'll come through for another single. So you said this earlier, Cameron, they don't need to take that many risks now. It's whether they want to really stamp on this game their authority and try and win this as quickly as possible.
Well, perhaps if you're Gordon, you hope to get you to 250 here and can continue with your momentum. And if something unfortunate does happen, as you say, we've got a deep enough batting lineup, you can perhaps just... We're way ahead of the required run rate here, so they can take it a bit calmer, allow Gordon to keep going and see how far she can get.
Gordon on 49 then will come through for a single, and that's a half century for Amy Gordon. Kent's Amy Gordon came here from Surrey 2 years ago. As Cameron said earlier, she scored that big 100 in the Metro Bank One Day Cup, but she's got a half century here in the Vitality Blast out the St Lawrence ground on a lovely sunny bank holiday Monday. She's putting in her part to make sure that these supporters that are all here go home happy, and they do look happy at the moment, don't they, Cameron?
They do indeed. Tremendous top from that gentleman there as well. There should be a prize for most flowery number. But Amy Gordon again, so consistent, especially when I seem to be here, which is wonderful. I'm happy that I can help with one superstitious thing, but no, she's been tremendous all day, whether it be in the field with the ball and now with the bat. A true all-round performance from Amy Gordon. It looks like she's broken the back of this innings. And yeah, I think give her license here. Entertain the crowd. And go from there. So Neil again with her loopy leggies. Well, not so loopy that time. Flat.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. It's the power of the back foot from Gordon this time. No stopping that. Short cover. It races away to the boundary. Again, not a great delivery. Pitched halfway down. She had to wait on it. And look at that. Crunched.
Yeah, went at a rate of knots, didn't it? Absolutely fantastic shot there from Amy Gordon.
Oh, what a reply that was from O'Neill. Amy Gordon looking down the wicket in bemusement. Again in the same area, that'll be 4 again. Too short, don't roll there to Gordon. Rocks back onto that back foot and crunches that through the cover region for 4.
Yeah, moves on to 58 off 34.
It's going at strike rate of 170 here.
Yeah. It's nice when it happens for you,
I know.
and I'm sure it's not very nice to watch when it's happening against you.
Could be just a single this time. Cut off a touch squarer, so it could be cut off. Oh, buzzers? No.
Still lots of encouragement in the field from the Sussex fielders here.
Single again for Streets. She's playing a really tidy hand here as well. She's going over a strike rate of 120 herself. Being a touch overshadowed, of course, by this tremendous innings from Gordon, but Streets doing exactly what we need from her here. Just anchoring this innings, giving Gordon the strike. No single this time. Another 10 off the over. Another excellent one for Kent. They are racing along here at 83 for 9 after 9. And I must say, I'm pretty relieved by this. If they could keep going at this rate, that would be excellent, because there's a game within a game today. I have to check in for a flight at 12:50. So if they could keep going as quick as possible, this would be tremendous. I cannot risk sitting in the middle seat on my flight tomorrow, so keep going, ladies.
I'm sure they can run that message out with the drinks.
Please. Added bonus would be a good net run rate win, but majorly important is, can I not be in the middle seat?
48 to win then for the horses. It's only been 9 overs, so they've got 11 overs to do it. So if there are some quick wickets, it's not like it's an impossible task for the new batters. That sun is very much about to come round the corner on straight onto us as well. So we'll enjoy the shade while it lasts.
Yeah.
Faye Mullins then is coming on from the pavilion end with Streets on strike. Hit away.
Oh.
Very nicely fielded out there in the deep.
Keeping that to 1 is
Yeah.
a superb work from
Yes, very good work.
Asper Till out there. Bit of a live wire with the bat and also in the field. Lovely shot now even from Streets.
And it's now Amy Gordon on strike on 59.
Oh,
Oh, sort of jumped up at her a little bit there, and there's a half appeal for caught behind. Yep, doing a bit. That's what Amy Gordon's saying.
the universal response to any ball that you miss and your player miss it.
Comes Mullins then. Looks sharp. Guided down to third. This could go all the way. The fielder's racing around to get there, and that's very well done. Very well done indeed by Eve O'Neill to stop that going for 4. Gets a congratulation from Bella Johnson.
They've saved a few runs this over.
Yeah.
With their boundary riding.
Absolutely. Good fielding, good ground fielding from both teams. So Gordon moves on to 61. Mullins coming in again.
Oh,
And that's, I think she has got bat on that, so it'll be given as runs.
an under edge.
It's quite a slingy action, isn't it?
It's keeping it a touch lower, I think.
Yeah.
Perhaps because of that action. Gordon feeling the effect, potentially of the heat. She hasn't done much on it, she's just been smashing it away to the boundary.
Mullins in again then to Coco Streets. Cuts that. She'll beat the first bit of fielding, but she won't beat the second. Come through for a single. Mullins then to complete her first over from the pavilion end. Played into the offside nicely by Gordon, but there is a fielder out there again. Patil does the fielding. It's given as a no ball. Wow, okay. Free hit. Free hit for Kent. Mel Juniper's got her hands in the air.
Of course, they're allowed to change the field as it's a new batter on strike. Both long on and off have been sent out to the boundary.
So the free hit then, Coco Streets has tried to ramp that. It's gone in the air. She's tried to do it nicely. And the catch is dropped anyway. It wouldn't have counted. They'll come through for a single. So this is the halfway point, and Kent are 91 without loss. Amy Gordon's on 63 from 40. Coco Streets 25 from 21. And Kent need 40 to win exactly at 4 and over. I could do those
I was going to
maths.
say, even I can do that. But such great timing for this Kent outfit to put on a performance like this.
Yeah.
After what happened at Middlesex, because that is not representative of the season they've had as a batting unit.
You get those results, don't you? You have this one match where it just doesn't work altogether. Maybe the fact that they were playing at Lord's brought a bit of an occasion to them. But they're back home here now at the St Lawrence ground, which we are definitely going to call the San Lorenzo today. It's hot enough to call it the San Lorenzo. Bella Johnson then changes ends, I believe.
Yeah, so replacing O'Neill. A bit flatter off spin now. Just fuds into the pad. And no run. Coco Streets. Be delighted if she just turns the ball over, gets her singles, gets Gordon back on strike. Go in with a nice red inker. Just like that. Put it into the gaps.
You were scared then, weren't you?
I was really scared. Still 1-1 between us.
Yep.
Crunch from Gordon. Drilled out to long on, just the one again.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a license to slow down slightly. I think, knowing Amy Gordon, she will want to get this done as soon as possible.
Nice quick single taken this time from Coco Street.
Ripples of applause around the ground.
Nice, smart. Dabbed into the leg side for a single. Oh.
So we are now in very much danger of being in the sun. I put some chairs out earlier and they were in the shade. Now they are in sunlight, direct sunlight.
Oh, drilled straight. It won't go to the boundary. Another single. Tidy over from Johnson, but equally tidy from the Kent batters, eking their way towards triple figures here at the sunny St Lawrence grounds. 96 for none after 11.
So the players take on some fluids as Ben Roddy, our honorary announcer today of Marlow Theatre pantomime fame, lets everyone know that we've now opened up the Ames Leather Indoor Sports Centre as a cooled area if you want to take a break from the heat. So if you were thinking about coming but not quite sure if you can handle this heat, you can go in there for a bit if you decide to head down. You can bring your own umbrellas for shade, you can bring your own chairs in. Free tap water available at all bars. There's water refill stations behind the Leslie Ames and the Under the Nut stand. And I think if you're in the local area, or you can get here quite easily, why not come down, hopefully watch the end of this match, and then take in Kent Spitfires against Sussex Sharks in the War of the Wealds later on. Look at that. Bathed in sunshine.
I'm not looking forward to being bathed in sunshine.
No. So it'll be Mullins then from the pavilion end to Streets. Hits that way, digs it out, but won't get a run. Breeze has just picked up as well, isn't it? Ever so slightly.
Needed.
Absolutely needed, yeah. So Mullins will continue.
Or not.
Supports the run up. Dead ball signal by Mel Juniper.
What's the budget for aircon in the tent?
In the tent? Is that even possible?
I don't know, mate. I believe in you.
Yeah. Our streaming guys have said it's lovely and cool in their van. Thanks for that, lads. And that's no run. Good over this so far from Mullins. Lots of encouragement to Mullins from her teammates. Comes in again then to Coco Streets. Hits that away. And Patil hopefully cut that one off.
Very strong area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Streets. With a technique there, she kind of camps a little bit, crouches back into her stance, making accessing that area through point.
Look at these fantastic braids that Mullins has got.
Are you going to be rocking that hairstyle next
I
time
don't
I see
think
you?
my hair's long enough. Hang on, yours might be braidable.
That's the first time I heard that. I'll give it a go.
In she comes again then. And that's crunched away for 4 by Amy Gordon. And that brings up the 100 for the horses. Here at the St Lawrence ground in the baking sunshine, they will tap bats Will Streets and Gordon, because that's also, of course, their 100 partnership. They've got there in just 71 deliveries, and this is a very, very strong performance from Kent today.
Oh, we said at the beginning of the game that there was quite an onus on this opening pair to give a solid foundation to our chase. I don't think any of us would have hoped for such a partnership. Big swish there, that time from Gordon.
So if you were the Sussex captain, do you think there's anything you could change or any tactics you could employ to try and make a breakthrough?
Well, I don't even think their bowling since the power play, I don't think it's been too poor. I think sometimes you have to say well played to the batters. Does the skipper herself have an over to go? She's been impressive. Perhaps a bit of roll of the dice and bring herself back on. Maybe at this stage you just look to take all the pace off, because the two batters here look comfortable against the seam. They have done all afternoon, so perhaps O'Neill again. I know her 2 overs got a bit of tap, but perhaps at this point just maybe bringing up another boundary rider, ask the Kent ladies to go over the top. There's a few things you could try, but at this point it looks looks a hard task for them to get anything out of this game.
Worth mentioning as well that, of course, this is only the second year of the Women's Vitality Blast, but this is now, of course, a Kent record opening partnership in the Vitality Blast between Streets and Gordon. Sure, Streets won't forget. No, nothing.
Oh no.
That's up in the air.
I think.
Could be taken. It is taken very nicely. So that record partnership comes to an end then for Gordon. She falls for 70 from 45. Absolutely brilliant innings from Amy Gordon. It's 2-1 to me on the Mockers.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to say. But it brings to close what was a tremendous innings, that from Gordon. A huge applause going up around the ground, quite rightfully so.
Yeah, you can hear that on the live stream. Takes off her helmet, well-deserved rest now, Amy Gordon.
Record partnership, as you said, Liam. She treated us here today. Oh look, they have to do the bat thingy here as well. They do. Umpires have to check the size of the bats as they come in.
Kelly Castle then, the new batter, former Essex captain, joined Kent for this season.
Can you tell us much about Castle as a batter? Is she a plunderer like Gordon, or a bit of accumulator? I
think if we're honest, she hasn't really got many runs so far this year, so hopefully today's the day where we get a good look at Kelly Castle as a batter for Kent. This is before Project Darwin. She got a fair few runs here for Essex, and that's when Kent had the likes of Rhiannon McDonald-Gay, Tilly Courtine-Coleman, Alice Davison-Richards, Alexa Stonehouse. I could call on, but I won't, and they actually won that day. And it was probably the biggest trophy I've ever seen for the Women's Battle of the Bridge.
Oh, first ball goes for quite an expansive drive. Misses it. And the keeper, Adams, does the unnecessarily frustrating for the umpire, knocking off the bails.
So Kent still need 29 to win here from 46.
Goes for the sweep. Again, not getting any connection on it. We do need shame for Gordon to get out, especially because it's now 12:50, which means check-in time. Come on, ladies. There we go, crunching
Lovely.
From Castle. She's heard me. She doesn't want me to have the middle seat. Lovely shot for 4 to open up her account for the day.
Right, Cameron, I'll let you book those flights.
Thank you.
That turned him off, so he can start doing that, and I will do my best to take you through the coverage here. You're watching the Kent Cricket live stream, proudly sponsored by Cluberly. Johnson is into Castle, who drives that away into the offside, and they'll come through for 1. Cameron, oh, he's shaking his head. He's frantically trying to book these flights. Here we go, look, he's on the live stream. Oh, no.
Them saying I've got to add my passport details. I don't have my passport with me.
Oh, no.
Oh,
and that's
dear.
Swept away by Streets. She'll only get 1. Moves on to 30, though, from 29 deliveries. End of the over then. Kent are 108 for 1 after 13. They need 23 to win. And Sussex need 9 wickets for an improbable, but would be a very, very memorable victory. Not impossible.
Yeah, definitely seen stranger things happen on a cricket pitch. Honestly, these Spurs fans have absolutely no shame after the season they've had.
Tottenham jacket, Kent floppy hat. That is how to live your life.
Mixed life choices from that man.
I'd say the best life choices. So Patil's coming on then to bowl the 14th over from the pavilion end. Comes. That's well fielded. Coco Streets won't get a run there.
Crunching drive though again from Streets.
In again. Streets just tries to guide that between the fielders, successfully does so, but there is a boundary rider out there. They'll only come through for one. Streets has hit that one up in the air, but it will drop short of the fielder. And they'll come through for a run. You only need 3 and over now, do Kent, so they don't need to take huge risks. Sweep shot there, that might find the boundary, it will, that's nicely played by Coco Streets. Moves on to 35 from 32. Kent move on to 114 for 1.
Both sides have played the sweep well today. Really putting full toll on anything that's drifted down the leg side from the spinners. Another strong one there from Streets, who going about her business nicely here. 35 not out. On cue, another strong sweep shot, this time straight at the fielder, who does well taking up the half bounce.
Nicely fielded there. He'll only get 1 for it. So Patil, hopefully the last ball of her over from her perspective, barring any wides or no balls. Comes in and bowls. It's guided very nicely indeed by Kelly Castle, showing all of her experience there. It might not go all the way, it doesn't. It's well fielded by Kiara Green. They'll come through for 2, and at the end of the over, Kent are 117 for 1. They need 14 to win.
I enjoyed that last shot. Perfectly guided into the gap, easy 2. Castle started nicely here.
Yeah, Streets moves on to 36 from 33. Still striking it over a run of ball, so it's good innings from Coco. Castle 8 from 6 so far. She's played her part with that lovely looking shot. Cameron enjoyed. Now only need 2.3 and over to win, do Kent. But anything can happen in T20 cricket. As we get some shots, look at this, the new container bar. Look at that. Gentleman there in his Kent Spitfire shirt, we'll be seeing them later. As that swept nicely by Coco Streets, that's going to be 4 more. Kent need 10 to win. Coco Streets moves on to 40.
With 10 to win, Coco Streets on 40, what are we saying chances of the 50? You play, if you're Castle, you play for a 50.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. You'd like to think so, but then team always comes first, doesn't it?
Not when I'm batting.
So Green comes in again, 2 Streets. Tries to drive that, but won't beat the field. How are you getting on with your booking?
Just having to put in all my details. Having to remember my date of birth.
Oh dear. As Green comes in again. Turn round the corner almost by Coco Streets. She'll move on to 41, 9 to win.
I'd say Green's been the pick of the Sussex chance bowlers today. A skipper who batted nicely as well. But really, they've not had much of an answer, especially to that opening pair.
Castle on strike then. 8 from 6. Just fends that one away. Nice straight bat. Won't get a run. In she comes again then, does Green. Stabbed almost into the offside by Castle, comes through for 1. Moves on to 9 from 8. 8 to win for Kent, and Streets is on 41. This is a game within a game now, isn't it?
It is. Can I check in before the end of the game? This is where we're at.
I was talking more about Coco getting 50,
oh, that too.
Green comes in again then. Driven very handsomely indeed by Coco Streets, but it won't go all the way.
She probably won't get there in singles.
No.
But she's got back on strike.
She's kept the strike.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, at the end of the over, 5 to go. Kent are 124 for 1. They need 7 to win. Coco Streets is on 42. And it's looking ever likely for a Kent victory here in the first of our double header.
And you know, the confidence will seep through the crowd, but also hopefully into the men's side, who I'm sure are following this game, about to go through their preparations as they face Sussex later this afternoon. And they'll be thrilled to see such a commanding performance from the women's side.
Yeah, there's a nice quote earlier in the week from Sam Billings who said, "Now I am the father to a girl, I can see the importance of playing double headers and also how far women's cricket has come in the last few years. Inspiring the next generation, regardless of whichever gender you are, to come and play cricket." As Streets waits for that one and cuts it, won't beat the fielder, should come through for 1, 6 to win. Streets on 43.
O'Neill back on. At the end, I would have thought would have been her preference as the leggy. I'm feeling them using that slope.
In she comes then, does O'Neill. Played nicely by Castle. Again, another single. 5 runs to win for Kent in the 16th over. Such a big turnaround from Lords on Friday, isn't it?
Well, it's night and day. It's amazing, isn't it, this sport? What a few days break can do.
The Streets waits for that one and just hits it into the onside. Comes through for another single, 4 to win. Streets on 44.
And after, of course, such a damaging result, this will help our net run rate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'll be why they trusted the wicket so well here. Is that swept away by Castle, and it might beat both fielders. There's a boundary rider out there. She does very well to stop it going from 4. Very well fielded by the Sussex fielder there.
Not sure how only one. Perhaps that is the heat taking its toll there.
That was Kellyanne Doherty doing the fielding there. Well fielded.
But Streets on strike. One big blow away. Wouldn't that be good?
It would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Finish the game as well.
3 to win them for Kent. Streets on 44. I think she wound up there to try and do it. She's hit a 4 though. So Kent win by 9 wickets in the first match of this Vitality Blast double header. Absolutely brilliant performance from the horses after Friday's defeat. Heavy defeat at Lords to Middlesex. They've bounced back here against a very tricky Sussex Sharks side, and that rivalry between Kent and Sussex has written another chapter, and there will be another chapter written later on in the men's game from 3:30. Cameron, talk us through that game.
Well, it puts to bed any of the nerves or worries that they would have had from Lords on Friday. It was so commanding. Of course, maybe the only little grumble will be some of the drop catches, but as you said, the attitude in the field really put Kent on the front foot. Their ground fielding, I thought their bowling was fantastic. A shout out for Sydney Gorham, that last over, only going for 1 run, putting that momentum strongly within Kent's hands. But I guess the real story here is that opening pair partnership. Coco Streets continuing her fine form, 48 or 40 deliveries. But Amy Gordon, once again, seeing the Amy Gordon show it was with the ball and with the bat, tremendous. And the confidence this group should take for the rest of the tournament is excellent, and supported by such an amazing crowd here today.
Yeah, unfortunately that crowd is just below the record we set last year.
They would, if only it had gone the full 20 overs.
Absolutely.
The people were coming in.
So last year it was 1,492, which was the record. This year it's 1,379, so it's so close. Thank you to everyone that was watching the live stream and was convinced by myself and Cameron to come down here. You still can get your tickets for the men's game that starts at 3:30 here at the St Lawrence ground. Kent Spitfires against Sussex Sharks. Potential debut for Deanne Forrester. Cameron's very excited as a CSK fan. And there's other players in the squad as well that could make their debut. Bertie Foreman signed for the next couple of months. Lovely looking left-handed batter and off spinner. And it's going to be absolutely fantastic to welcome everyone back here to the St Lawrence ground for the start of our home T20 summer. Lovely pictures there of the Kent team having a quick huddle after the game to debrief this huge victory.
Rich Durant getting in it.
Rich Durant, one of the support coaches there that Cameron knows very well.
But yeah, no, they should be very proud of that.
Absolutely.
To come out here after such defeat, probably felt a lot of pressure. They know there'll be questions.
I've just had an updated attendance.
Okay, hit me with it.
So the record was 1,492.
Yes.
Right now in the ground, we have 1,420.
No. You're joking. If this had gone the full 20, if Amy Gordon had smashed all those boundaries, we would have beaten that record.
Absolutely. But thank you to everyone that's in the ground supporting Kent women. It's one ticket for 2 matches today, so you're not paying any more for this women's match or any for the men's match. If you came here to watch the women, you're getting a free men's match later on. So absolutely happy days. You can still get your tickets online at tickets.kentcricket.co.uk. Kent Spitfires against Sussex Sharks begins at 3:30. My name is Liam. I have taken you through this women's match with Cameron. Cameron will be back later with the amazing David Fulton, let's say.
Oh, can't wait. I'll update him on whether I got to check in or not.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you again later on for the men's match.
Bye-bye.